Morning, guys. It's Ruthie with the Popple Backyard Farm. I've got on these big glasses. They're like 350 proof or whatever. I use these when I'm sewing or reading really tiny words in Bibles or books. But there's my stray cat coming over to eat the leftovers that Clay had from his breakfast. Anyway, she's loud. That's why I always know which cat it is. Anyway, I'm going to do a little series on some questions that I think that all of us would kind of like answers to. I think you guys might enjoy this, so make sure you check in every day. And the question today is, I have a lot of oatmeal. I'm eating my oatmeal this morning. So my question is, give me some ideas for oatmeal. What can I make with oatmeal? Um, we have been changing our grocery shopping habits, like a lot of you probably have. Um, and I think of that scripture that says, one measure of wheat for a penny and three measures for barley, because as things are winding down, as we get closer to the rapture and stuff, we might see some of the birth pangs of things that are going to happen. But one of the things is the economy is going to get to the point where, like, some people won't be able to afford wheat. Was like a more expensive, so you can get, for one measure you could get a penny, like for that it'd be like they worked the whole day just to get a loaf of bread pretty much. And then three would, for the barley was cheaper food. So some of us have been resorting to trying to buy cheaper food, and it could actually, barley was actually animal food, and for, it's either for the poor people or animals, pretty much in the Bible. So some of us are changing our grocery shopping habits. We are retired. We're not poor or anything like that by any means, but we are, it's like if you go to the store and maybe you saw that something was $2 last month and now it's four, then you start thinking, gee, maybe I need to change up things. And I know for me, I'm trying to get closer to making things myself. Like maybe it might be cheaper to bake a cake than go out and buy a bunch of mixes. I'm trying to do the math on things because it's not always that way. But that's just an extra. So the question is, ways I can use oatmeal. Uh, you know, Meals, cooks. I think some people years ago, I think used to put it in meatloaf or different things. So if you have any suggestions, I would appreciate this. And I encourage you to try to, if you are, in a place, you might want to start just changing up your shopping habits. Doesn't mean you got to do without. It just means you got to buy smarter if you're feeling the crunch. I know we had gas pretty high up here in New York, so we were feeling the crunch a little bit. Okay, now the scripture for today is Revelation 2:4. Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. And he's talking to the church in Ephesus. And actually, it's really interesting because that's the church that, Jesus talks about taking their candlestick away, which is, like the church. And I believe Revelation 1 to 3, God's like waking up the church, like warning them, get right. Um, so, he's walking through the churches. He says his feet are brass, which is a symbol. There's a hummingbird here, which is a symbol of judgment. And he's, going through walking through the churches, saying, you need to fix this, you need to fix this. You know, Basically, I feel like it's saying, he's warning them, saying, and I'm coming soon. So that's when I look at Revelation 1 to 3. I know there's dispensational things and all these other things, but I also think it applies for today. And just like God would warn the people in the Bible times, get ready, you're going to get judgment. It's like the Lord, or this is going to happen or that's going to happen. I think in the New Testament, he told people there's going to be a famine, and he told Joseph before there's going to be a famine, so get ready. So I feel like Revelation 1 to 3 is saying, churches, wake up, get yourself together, I'm coming back. And that's how I see it. So remember, below in the comments, answer my question. What would you make, or give me some ideas for oatmeal? And read everybody's comments and check out what they would use to make with oatmeal, because it might give you some ideas. It might save you some money rather than buying those little packets of oatmeal. You get a few packets, like say apples and cinnamon, which is what we used to buy. But now it might be cheaper to say cut up some apples, put them in your cereal, add some sugar. It might be cheaper. You have to do the math. Okay, guys, so remember, big or small, you too can be a backyard farm. God bless.